Hello, my name is Justin Javahiri. This is my Los Angeles Rams draft recap. The Rams made 10 picks during the draft. Originally, we had 11 picks, but we traded up in the second round and we ended up making 10 picks. So in the first round, this was actually the first ever first round pick in the Sean McVay era. This was my first first round pick ever witnessed as a Rams fan. Pretty exciting, and we drafted Jared Verse. He's an edge rusher from Florida State. He's like 6'4", 250 pounds. He's more of a power rusher, but overall I would say it's a good pick. And I'm pretty excited to see what he could do. He has potential to have 10 plus sacks in his first season. Then in the second round, we traded up for Braden Fisk. We gave up our second round pick this year, or our second round pick next year, and a fifth round pick this year, and move up with the Panthers to draft him. Braden Fisk was teammates with our first round pick, Jared Verse. They were both teammates at Florida State, and they were really good friends, so it's really nice to see that they're both together in LA. Braden Fisk is also 6'4". He plays interior defensive lineman, and he's a really strong, pure pass rusher, so I really like the pick. In the third round, the Rams had 2 picks. With the first pick of the third round, the Rams drafted Blake Corum, running back out of Michigan. You probably heard that name before. Blake Corum, he was the leading running back for the national champion Michigan Wolverines. He scored a lot of touchdowns at Michigan. He ran for a lot of yards, and he was one of the toughest players at Michigan. He was a team leader, so I like the pick. Sean McVay, he compared him to Kyren Williams, so I like it. We have 2 Kyren Williams, basically, so it should be really, really fun to see both of them together on the field. And our second pick of the third round, it was a conditional third round pick that the Rams received due to the loss of Raheem Morris. The Rams selected Cameron Kinchins out of Miami. Cameron is a safety. He is a ball hawk DB. He gets so many picks. He had 11 picks in the past 2 years, so it's a very, very good pick. And also now we have 2 Cams in our secondary. Cameron Curl, who he's just signed in free agency, and Cameron Kinchins. So it should be a good duo, and I'm pretty excited to see the hard hits and the picks that we get from the both of them. Day 3, we didn't have a 4th round pick, but we did have a 5th, 4th, 6th, and 1 7th round pick. In the 5th round, the Rams selected Brennan Jackson. Brennan is a 6'4", 264-pound edge rusher from Washington State University. He's pretty big, he's pretty strong, and he has experience. He was a team captain at Washington State, and he had 2 scoop and score touchdowns in a game. I forgot against who, but it was pretty exciting to see that. Overall, I would say I like the pick. I heard he was pretty underrated, and he kind of dropped, so we got him at a good spot. The first of the 4 6th round picks that the Los Angeles Rams had, the first pick was Tyler Davis out of Clemson. He's 6'2", 300 pounds. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's huge. So I like the pick, and I like his chances of getting on the team, and he should be a pretty good depth piece. After that pick, we got a kicker. His name is Joshua Carey out of Stanford University. Josh Carey, he's one of the best kickers in college football last season. He's never missed an extra point besides 1 extra point that was blocked, and his all-time long was 61 yards. So it's pretty exciting. Last season, the Rams, we were struggling with kickers. We had Brett Maher, Lucas Havrisik, and really none of them couldn't get on a momentum run where they just started making kicks. It was really bad all season long, and it was very frustrating. So it's good that we actually have a good kicker now, and I really like Joshua Carey. Hopefully he could be very, very good. After that pick, we drafted Jordan Whittington, wide receiver from Texas University. Texas University, they were in the college football playoff. They lost in the semifinals against Washington. Jordan, he's pretty tall. He's a big receiver, 6'1", 204. He can make those contested catches. He had a really nice catch in the end of the Washington game, the playoff game. So I like that. He's a very strong, physical wide receiver that can also block. So he really fits in with our offense. He's willing to do the dirty work, and that's what I like about him. Then after that, we drafted Biox Limmer out of Arkansas. He's an offensive lineman. He's 6'5", so he's pretty big. He has big hands, and I think he's a good depth piece. I wanted to draft an O lineman for depth at one point through the draft, and we ended up doing that, so that's good. I like it, and we'll see him in the preseason. And with our final pick, it's a 7th round pick, 254. We drafted KT Leviston. He's a guard out of Kansas State, 6'4", 326 pounds. He's a big boy. I like the pick. We got more O-line depth, which is really good. That's what I wanted. So yeah, I would say good pick. Hopefully he has a good chance of making the team. And that's all 10 of our picks. And we did get some undrafted free agents, I think around 10. So that should be good. And yeah, that was our draft. So high expectations for this season. We have a young team, especially on the defensive line. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and go Rams.